When I see the University of La Verne, College of Law, class of 2018, graduating class, what I see is a future group of attorneys who have mastered the art of excellence. Excellence, as you have learned, is not a place that you get to and then you take a nap or you go on Facebook. Excellence must be pursued on a daily basis. The classroom of excellence is not as packed as the classroom of mediocrity. And you have learned that in order to be in the classroom of excellence, you have to have three qualities in life. One of them, passion, purpose, and perseverance. And if I were to ask any of your loved ones here, I know that they will agree with me in telling me, yes, that person in my life is a person who walks on purpose, who has passion, and who knows how to persevere. It is these three qualities that are going to make you great attorneys. I couldn't help but to think of what I was thinking when I was sitting there 18 years ago. Because I knew that I had a purpose just like you. Purpose is the cause or the reason why you do what you do. Purpose, it's what makes you wake up every morning wanting to conquer the world, and even though you go to bed so tired because you've been trying to figure out what the rules against perpetuities means, you still show up to class next day with that eagerness because your purpose tells you that someday you're going to be the voice for the voiceless. It is that purpose that guided me to go see my client that you heard during the introduction. I went to see her on Christmas Eve, December 24th. You see, when I was only 6 years old, my parents got divorced, and I grew up without them. And there was such a longing in my heart since I was only 6 years old to have a family, that my purpose in life became to keep families together, starting with my own. And when I went to see her, I told her what many of you are going to be telling your clients someday. Well, maybe not, depending on how nice the client is. But I said, I don't have a lot of experience, but I do know that I can help you fight for justice, and I can help you fight against the injustice of victimizing you further by deporting you from the only country you've known for the past 25 years. Woo! And like you, I had that passion. Passion is that fuel that we have inside of us that says, you can do it. It's in our DNA. It's what in Spanish we call ganas. Yes, some people know Spanish here, yay. It's the ganas, that passion that makes that mom or dad bring their children to this country at such an early age, trying to get a better future. Brings them here so that those children can have a dream someday and become dreamers someday. It is passion that drives that mom or that single dad to come to law school sacrificing so much because they want to be able to give their children a better education someday. It is passion that drives that mom, that dad, that grandfather, that grandmother here in the audience who's working so hard to contribute financially so that some of you could come to law school and achieve your dreams. It is passion that drives the husband to work 3 jobs and become mom and dad at home so that his wife can go to law school and someday be the commencement speaker of the University of La Verne College of Law, graduating class of 2018. And purpose and passion are great qualities to have. But do you know what we also need? And each of you have that. You need perseverance. Because it is perseverance that helps you get up during the most difficult moments. It is perseverance that allows you to look at that problem and say, bring it on, baby. I can handle you. And the first time, the second time, maybe even the third, you do it with a smile. After that, you may be so hurt as you're trying to get up from that fall that you're barely cleaning your knees, you're undusting your hands, but perseverance says, keep going, it's gonna be worth it. It is that perseverance that I had to use when every door that I was knocking on during that case kept saying no. Including an order by the immigration judge who denied any type of relief for my client in court. I even asked for a continuance, and I said, Your Honor, all I need is more time so that immigration services can continue to process this T visa, the visa for victims of human trafficking. And she said, no, you don't have any more time. I'm ordering your client deported. I can still remember all the tears, not only my client's tears, my tears, all the family members, and how I would go home crying and praying and saying, okay, she has a final order, but that's not it. We went ahead and appealed the decision, and while that case was on appeal, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services approved Maria's T visa, and she was able to get that T visa granted, which means that that order of deportation could no longer be used to remove her from the country. You have already proven to the entire world, to your professors, to the dean, to the president, to your loved ones, that you have what it takes to accomplish excellence in your academic path. But today, I bring to you a different challenge. Today, I want to challenge you and continue to challenge myself to pursue excellence with those three qualities we already have: purpose, passion, and perseverance, not only when we go out and practice law, because by the way, that's all we're doing, we're practicing, okay? Every day we're practicing until we get really good at it. So don't be afraid, you just go and get them. And the challenge is that as you pursue your law career, you also practice pursuing excellence in the other areas of your life, especially your family relationships. Because it is your family that's going to be there during the most difficult times. And I learned this from a mentor, and I will never forget it. There's not one success in your career that can replace failure in your family relationships. Ouch! Take that with you. And talking about family, because you guys are amazing, we couldn't be here without you, I have some advice for you. For all those of you brave souls who for the past 3 or 4 years have had to deal with so much, especially the fact that you can no longer have a regular conversation with this family of yours. Believe me, I know. My son just finished law school. And I remember trying to have a regular conversation when he would tell me, "Your argument is not valid, Mom." And for those times, and in order for you to save some money in future therapy sessions, I have 2 sets of words that I need you to memorize today. They're each 4 words each. Very easy. The first one, 4 words: can't admit nor deny. That's all you have to tell them. Can't admit nor deny. They'll be looking at you like, wow, what do I say now? But if your loved ones get even more complicated, because those times will come, believe me, when they start talking about subject matter jurisdiction and the rule of perpetuities and under con law this and that, and in your head you're like, I was just asking if I needed to take the trash out. It is during those moments that they're a bit confused, because you see, they're just starting the practice of law. And it'll take them some time to realize that an excellent attorney is not the one that speaks with big words. It's not the one that thinks they're all that in a bag of chips. It's not the one who's arrogant. The excellent attorney is the one that changes people's lives on a daily basis without thinking that they're more than anyone else who surrounds them. But I still have to give you those other 4 words, because there will be times like that when you'll be lost, thinking, okay, and during those times, please don't tune them out. You're not doing them any good. Just listen to what they have to say and look right into their eyes and answer them. I take the 5th. Hey, if it's good enough for a president, it's good enough for us. I challenge you and I to pursue excellence in both paths, our career ones and our family ones. Because after all, what happens during the good, bad, and the ugly is that they are the ones that we can always count on. You have already proven that you can do it academically, and I have no doubt that you will do it when you go to practice law. When my client was released, May of 2005, the feeling that I had was impossible to describe. She walked out after 22 years into freedom. Her mom was waiting. She embraced her relatives, and everyone was happy celebrating with her. I was able to see the evidence that my passion, my purpose, and my perseverance definitely paid off. But can I tell you something? In my career, my team and I have helped over thousands of families keep their families together. And although I celebrate every single victory with them, do you know what I enjoy the most? I enjoy the fact that I have someone to go to when I get home. I go and celebrate with my husband of 32 years. Wait, don't make fun. He's not 32 years old, okay? We've been married for 32 years. And don't I look like a young woman who could handle a man who's 32 anyways? My son JP, who recently finished law school, and my son Josh, who's an interpreter for the deaf. That's my family. That's what I enjoy the most. And in closing, I want to ask you to remember what I told you at the beginning, because I looked at the time, I want to be invited again, so I don't want to pass my time. I told you that I saw you as a group of future attorneys who evidence the fact that you have mastered the art of excellence. And in ending, I want to ask you to see me as evidence now, but not as that woman who has accomplished so much in her career. I want you to see me as that woman who was sitting there 18 years ago, hungry to go and practice law, who felt totally ready because the University of La Verne College of Law had given me everything I needed to go past that bar and to finally start living my dream. But I have to share with you that when I went to see my first bar results, my husband and my kids were beside me, and my name did not come up. And I thought, the internet is not working. It was new back then, it was 18 years ago. So I waited for the dean of my school to confirm the sad news. I attribute it to the fact that since I thought I was ready, I hadn't really dedicated a lot of time. The second time around, oof, don't get on my way. I dedicated time. I rented my kids. No, I'm just kidding. I enlisted the help of so many people to come help me take care of them. And I felt so ready, went in and I attacked that bar with everything in me, went to check my bar results the second time, and I knew that we would be celebrating that weekend. But my name did not come up. When it was time to go take the bar for the third time, my husband came to pick me up, and I was crying, and I said, I'm not going. I'm not going because what makes you think that if the second time I didn't pass it when I gave it my all, now this third time that I had so many issues with my special education son, when I had to attend so many IEPs, what makes you think that I'm going to pass it this time? And he patiently tried to convince me that I should go take it. And he said the magic words, if you don't go, you're going to be a bad role model to those children. I had no option, but see, it's running my time already. Okay. Beautiful. I have 1 minute left. I had no option to go and take it, because that was the time when you perceive whatever is against you to be able to make you stronger and not weaker. And when we went to get the bar results the third time, and my name came up, we embraced each other, we cried, we prayed, and we said, God, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I share this with you because I could be here just sharing information with you, but I don't want my talk to just be information. I want my testimony to be of transformation for your lives, for when you're getting ready for that bar exam, for that difficult case, for when you have to go to the appellate court, you tell yourself, you know what, yes, I will fall down a few times, but I will get up stronger every time. And I will forever be grateful for my husband convincing me to go and take that step the third time. Because you see, future counselors of law, the most difficult task that you're going to have as you go and practice law is not to convince your client that she has a case and she has to hire you. It will not be to convince the judge that you have a case. The most difficult task you will have is to convince you that you are worth pursuing excellence, not only in your career, but in your family life as well. Because my future colleagues, it is that combination that is going to give you completeness, true fulfillment, and that will give you a life of true success. Go get them, Leos!